I just want to say one quick thing.
Yeah.
When I was down at the church there the other day at Little Perth, that United Church, that new preacher that just showed up there from the States, she said that before they even do anything in the church on a Sunday when they have their masses there, they acknowledge the traditional territory that they're on, which is the territory of Medonesine Anishinaabe.
Okay.
So then the parishioners, they might guess they're asking questions. She said, but she's telling them that land belongs to AOK, to Aundeck. That land was sold for alcohol. So that's why I said that's a start of things. Like at least she's acknowledging you're on the traditional territory of First Nation people. So it starts from little things like that and builds itself up.
Okay.
And she may be able to use the gospel, whatever you're preaching, how that ties into things like the murdered Indigenous woman or the children being, not coming home from residential schools. How would the scriptures fit into? How would that fit into scriptures of the Bible, right? Just to make sure it's alive.
Mm-hmm. That's very interesting.
It's more than putting shoes on the steps of a church. Right?
Yeah, I'm glad that you mentioned about the acknowledgement of being on a territory, because I have at times wondered how First Nations feel about that, because I was at a Chamber of Commerce event once where someone was asked to come up and acknowledge that we were on. It was a local First Nations, I think it was a chief or an elder. And as he acknowledged that we were on the ancestral lands of his people, he really didn't look happy. And I always wondered if it wasn't part of that is like breaking into someone's house and then having a meeting, but at the beginning of the meeting just acknowledging that you're in the house of the person you broke into. So, right? Right, no, but
I think that the elders of any community that we go through across the country, and I've been across the country, they usually bring their elders to welcome them to the communities, and they're always happy.
Okay.
Maybe you're just having a bad day.
Yeah, he maybe was having a bad day.
They like welcoming people to their traditional lands, right?
Okay. All right. Well, that's good. That settles it for me. If you're happy for the acknowledgement and that you feel that that's raising proper awareness, and I'm all for it. I just always wondered about that.
Tim, I would like to answer part of your question by describing what the Wiikwemikong Fellowship, along with the AOK congregation, is doing. Mm-hmm. And it originated from non-natives. And they made me a part of the organization. At first, they wanted me to be an elder, and I said no. And then they asked me again, and then again. It's because of the history of the church, which we now have to discuss now. I didn't really want to be associated with non-natives groups, but I couldn't avoid it because they have all the resources. They have all what we're able to see you because of what
the technology.
Technology. I can get a nice little phone, put you on my phone if you so desire. But so anyway, what we're doing is we're reaching out. They came to us, and Jerry came from Sudbury, Anthony came from Kitchener.
Yeah, they came to us, but even though we were there for our people over 30 years ago, showing them hands-on how to be a healthy couple, how to be a healthy family, how to be a healthy, to be healthy in our community. But we weren't accepted from the non-natives that were there. But we couldn't compete. We couldn't compete with their fancy cars, with their the buildings, with their stuff that they had in the buildings that they gave away. The only thing that we had to offer our people was Jesus. So now today, I'm praying and I'm trying to get our people to rise up, to take on the baton and say, what can I do? How can I help my community? By encouraging them, by walking beside them. Because even when we were in leadership before, they put us sort of up here as if we were perfect, and we told them we're not perfect. The thing that we have is Jesus. And so now we're walking side by side with them to help them, to show them we are going to have our struggles, we are going to, but to be healthy.